He was offering them a job as models in Holland.
But look what you have to do for that. For here, you have to shake your ass. That's all you have to do. If I could shake my ass for 50,000, I'll shake my ass for 50,000.
And in truth, he was trying to coax them into prostitution. In other words, into the sex industries in Holland.
It's absolutely disgusting that this guy is involved in something like this. I hope the Thailand police do their job and get this guy. He needs to be taken off the street.
For me, 15,000 is nothing for me. It's
okay.
not
15,000 is nothing for you.
No, not much.
I mean, 15 is
15,000 is nothing for her.
15.000 is nothing, is niet zwaar, dat kan niet waar zijn.
We can do something.
The women you see Judge's son Jorn Vandersloot snugged up in that hotel room with are college students there in Thailand. According to Peter DeVries, investigative reporter who's responsible for this undercover video, he is trying to talk them into going to the Netherlands, his birthplace, to be dancers and models, translation, hookers. We are taking your calls live out to Leah in Virginia. Hi, Leah.
Hi, Nancy. Your children are beautiful. I was wondering, what charges could he possibly be facing?
Back to the lawyers. Joining us, international law and criminal defense attorney Michael Griffith, veteran trial lawyer Raymond Giudice out of Atlanta, Michael Mazzarello out of New York. Ray, hit me. What could he be facing?
Well, Nancy, I want to switch the venue from Thailand to Holland. I think there's two problems for this gentleman. One is he the front man for a group of clubs or organizations, and he's been sent over to bring these girls back, so there's a big conspiracy? And secondly, is he attempting to defraud the Dutch immigration authorities? When you go to Europe, they want to know why you're there, how long you're going to stay, and if you're working, it has to be for a legal and moral purpose.
Ruh-roh. What about it, Mazzarello? He's right about immigration, at least. I guess the feds aren't going to poo-poo this.
Well, that's why I like Ray. He's right on the money, Nancy. Throw in a couple of, trafficking charges in there, get the tax people involved, and he could have real problems in Holland.
Tax people? You think this guy's ever held down a job? Are you kidding me?
Well, Nancy, at least it's what they could get, the Thai government could get to hold him and to inquire further. I mean, just hold the guy and try to interrogate him.
Michael?
Nancy, there's been no crime committed here because, number one...
He's soliciting for prostitution.
Not on tape.
Nancy, listen to Mike. Right now, there's nothing on tape saying anything about prostitution.
You're making my jaw hurt.
Mike, now just listen to me. This is what I do. The second thing is, if they would have waited to have the false papers made out, help to pay for the airline tickets, bring the girls to Holland, and then put them in prostitution, by the way, where it's legal there. But
and then wait till the girls get their first $20?
No, but that's how you make the sting. Nancy, that's how you make the sting. DeVries, to get his 15 minutes of fame, messed things up. He jumped the gun.
So you won't be happy until a college student actually turns her first trick. Do I have that right, Griffith?
No,
I do.
You got to say, you have to have false papers, put them on the plane, send them to Holland, and then you can make the arrest.
Let me just break it down to Mike Brooks. You know the deal, Brooks, former Fed with the FBI. Mike, when an undercover cop is doing a sting, a vice sting, they don't actually do the deed. You go solicit a hooker, she gets in the car, says, yes, I'll turn a trick for X amount of money, boom, that's when the sting goes down, right there.
Usually, Nancy, to make a prostitution case, you need a place, a price, and an act. Now, in this particular one, we're talking, college students that are, allegedly college students.
They're college students.
Yeah, okay, and there's a lot of college students working their way through school in Las Vegas also,
blame
Nancy.
the victim. Go ahead.
No, I'm telling you. If you look at prostitution rings,
please, point.
Look, Bangkok. Do you think that they really care? Because do they want any attention into the sex industry in their country? Absolutely not. I think Raymond's absolutely right. You got to go back on the Dutch end of things.
They don't care either. The Netherlands don't care.
Well, yeah, the Dutch authorities screwed the Holloway investigation up from the very beginning.
Dave Holloway, he's got a point. With me exclusively tonight is Natalee's father, Dave Holloway. Yes, he's caught on tape again. But he's been caught on tape before describing Natalee's death. Nothing happened. So we really think the Netherlands care about planning prostitution? Dave Holloway?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, dear.
You know, Nancy, I really don't think that, in my opinion, that they'll probably do anything with this. It's my hope and faith and, you know, just prayer that they will do something, but, you know,
how much more evidence do we have to hand them on a silver platter before they finally do something, Dave Holloway?
You know, they've been handed the confession on a silver platter, and they didn't do anything, and that's why I think in this case, you know, maybe I'm being a little bit negative on it, but...
well, I'm sure you don't want to get your hopes up and then be dashed.
Yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up high. You know,
Speaking of that tape, Dave... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I think that they could probably charge him for preparation of human trafficking. I think they probably got a good case there, because I've seen some of the email transmissions between he and his friend, where they talk about it.
We are taking your calls to Linda in Texas. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Nancy. I'm calling. First of all, Mr. Holloway, I would like to apologize for the loss of your daughter, and I hope we can somehow or another bring closure soon. My question is, since we've never actually found Natalee's body, is it possible that the word could spread in Thailand that maybe she might be there, or maybe some of the girls that Joran Vandersloot has talked to has maybe mentioned her name and her whereabouts?
What about that, too? Jossie Mansour, managing director and owner of Diario magazine. What about it, Jossie?
I think that's very highly unlikely, Nancy. I don't think that, according to all the evidence we've seen from the beginning of this case, I don't think she's alive. I'm sorry to say that. I wish she were. But I think that in view of that and confirming it in the first program of De Vries, in Joran's own voice, we heard him say that he was with her when she died.
Well, actually, you know what? I've got that with me right now. Let's roll that, Jossie. Take a listen.
She's just lying still?
Still. She's not doing anything. He says, what happened? I said, I don't know either, man.
Did you try to resuscitate her?
Of course, I tried everything, man. I tried to shake her. I was shaking the bitch. I was like, what's wrong with you, man? I almost wanted to cry. What happened to me? I said to him, this is impossible. He took the boat, he went far out, and he threw her over the side. Then he came back, and he docked his boat there. And he came by my house for a bit.
At night?
Yeah. Then we talked for a bit, and he says to me, you know, it's all good. She's going to be missing, they're going to search, but they're not going to know a thing.
That is from ABC's 2020. It's from Peter DeVries' hidden camera interview of Joran Vandersloot describing what happened to Natalee Holloway the night she went missing. You are seeing secretly recorded video of Joran Vandersloot, the judge's son, the prime suspect in the death and disappearance of Alabama beauty Natalee Holloway. He is busted again. Out to Peter Schouten, spokesperson for Peter DeVries. Peter, how was this set up?
Well, Joran had a poker buddy, an online poker buddy, which he boasted a lot to after he moved to Thailand when we exposed him the first time about how he was living like a king there. And then slowly he started to ask this poker buddy if he could help him with setting up a network in the Netherlands for trafficking girls. Now, what Joran didn't know was that this buddy was actually a certified security guard. So, of course, his moral standards were totally not the same like Joran's. And he chose to contact Peter DeVries and tell him what was perspiring. So then we were getting involved in the case and decided to set up a sting.